Hey there, it's Krista. So I want to show you today our favorite way to cut pineapple. So many years ago, we were gifted this gadget called a pineapple core. And actually the real story was, it was my family's white elephant Christmas party. And I ended up stealing this from my cousin's girlfriend at the time because it was honestly the best option. And I had no idea that we would totally fall in love with this gadget. So this is something that you can buy online, 10 to 15 bucks. It's super inexpensive, but I will tell you, I have been told by other people that the pineapple cores that have a plastic cylinder here instead of the metal, they're not quite as sturdy and durable. So something to keep in mind. We love this so much that this is actually the only thing that we use to cut pineapple now. And so when you are going to, before you go and get a pineapple at the store, so there's a couple things to keep in mind. You definitely want it to be plump and the leaves to be decent looking. You want it to actually feel heavy because that's just gonna mean it's gonna be juicier and the water content's gonna be higher. You want it to be firm, so like you don't want it to have a bunch of soft spots. And perfect pineapple would be that it gives just a little bit, because the crazy thing is when pineapple is harvested and picked, it actually doesn't ripen anymore. So it's as ripe as it's gonna get when it gets picked originally, and then so it's your job to figure it out. It is really challenging to figure out by looking at the pineapple at the store what is the best one. So just use your best judgment and kind of, just follow those tips. Make sure it's firm and heavy. So when we go to do a pineapple, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the top and just discard that. Now, so you can tell where the core is when you cut it like this. And so what's gonna happen is we're gonna take the tool and we're actually gonna put it right over the core. Now, something to keep in mind is, so we are going to make easy pineapple salsa. And so I'm gonna want to cut the pineapple into chunks. But if I just wanted to slice the pineapple, I would take that part of the tool off. So this turns it into chunks. And if you just use this, this will just slice it. So I will show you after we get it cut what we do with that too. So get this part back on there. And so now we're gonna line it up with the core, kind of press it down a little bit. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start turning, and you just keep turning and keep turning. And so this is actually kind of creating like a curly cue inside the pineapple, but you're gonna keep turning and turning and turning until you can't turn anymore. So now that you can feel resistance, you're gonna pull it out just like that. And so this is what you're left with. Now this is the part where you're gonna look in there and you're gonna see some juice in there. And this is the part that I always have to fight my kids over drinking the pineapple juice. There wasn't as much in there as some, but still super good. So this is the part that if we were going to put the slices on the grill, I would take my knife and cut all the way down, and then I would actually take this part off and then just slide the pineapple out, and we would have these perfect little slices that we could put on the grill. But like I said, for this, we want chunks. So what you wanna do is kind of put your hands around it like this, because they will start to kind of fall on your cutting board, and just wiggle it down. Try to keep them from falling off. And you have pineapple chunks. Now, what you, depending on what recipe you're gonna use, you absolutely, see, and that's that last slice or two, it just is still in a slice. So you would just take your knife and cut it. So for this recipe, for the salsa, I want them into more like tidbit sizes. So I would go through and cut these chunks in half. Okay, so now that we have everything cut into kind of tidbit pieces, we're gonna toss all this in a bowl. And this salsa is super simple because it comes together super fast. And this is a nice juicy pineapple, so we are in business. Now, if you do have pieces of, the core or anything that gets mixed in there, kind of sort through that. Okay, so then we're going to add 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro. This is just one small red onion, just chopped up. This is one jalapeno. You could use half or a whole jalapeno, and I did take the seeds out. And then it's just diced up. And then we're going to add half of a lime, so about a tablespoon of lime juice. And then the last thing is just a dash of salt. And this pineapple salsa is obviously gonna get better the longer it sits. But this salsa is so easy and so good. We have teenage girls walk in this house and they're like, where's the pineapple salsa? They request it. They love it so much. But it does have amazing flavor, amazing combination. Now you absolutely can just serve this with tortilla chips and be good to go. But it is also fantastic on fish tacos, on burgers, on grilled chicken. So the possibilities for this pineapple salsa are endless. Now, if you were gonna do slices, absolutely put those on the grill and enjoy something like our tropical salmon sandwich. But you can even incorporate pineapple into breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have baked pineapple oatmeal, and then like I mentioned, the tropical salmon sandwich, but you can also put pineapple on pizza. You could grill Hawaiian fajitas. Possibilities are endless. Now, I do want to tell you one more thing that we love to do. So keep in mind, when you have got your pineapple and you get it to this point, sometimes, depending on if your pineapple is kind of off center, you will feel like you still have some of the pineapple fruit that you could trim off. Like I feel like on this pineapple, this little section, we could salvage. So definitely at this point, feel like, you know, go ahead and trim off any more pineapple that you feel like can be used. But I cut the core out and do fruit infused water. So I'm gonna throw some orange slices and some lime slices in there, but that's a way to use your pineapple core. And what I would do is stick this in the fridge. We would enjoy this entire pitcher and we would probably fill it up at least one more time and enjoy that before we discard the fruit and it starts to get, it just won't have as much flavor. So fruit infused water is another great way too. You could even throw some pineapple cubes in there too. So I hope this gives you some ideas. I hope this helps. And please check out the gadget because we think you're gonna love it as much as we do. See you soon.